What is up everyone, PureChaosX here with another unboxing video, well, a tech unboxing video I should say. Something a little bit different. Normally my unboxings consist of capture devices, 3 or 4 of them I've done, or the odd media player, which I had a video of a media player to upload, but I got rid of that media player. I got rid of it like 2-3 months after I bought it, and the video never went up, so I didn't see the point in uploading it. So I deleted the video. I've got another media player, but it wasn't as fun to unbox. Anyway, I've got something to unbox here. It's a graphics card. Ooh, something completely different. I have not obviously done one of these before. It's been a very long time. Some dirt on the camera there. Oh, shoot. Yeah, it's been a while since I've actually bought a graphics card for a PC, because I haven't had one for 10 years or so. I've had laptops. Yeah, I haven't had a PC for a very long time. But I recently acquired a Dell Optiplex 755. Off of eBay for £45, which isn't too bad actually. I will be doing a video on it when I'm installing this, but it also has a bit of a problem. I don't know if it's supposed to do what it's doing, but I'm going to be making a quick video about that when the time comes. But I will do a pointless installation video when I'm doing this as well. Lots of other people do it. I figured I would as well, even though there aren't that many people that'll be interested or even know what's going on. But yeah, so I'll do that and then show off the little issue that I've got. But yeah, it 45 quid for a full PC, nearly full PC anyway. I obviously didn't come with a monitor, mouse or keyboard, but it came with everything else you need to actually kind of get it going. It obviously has onboard graphics, hence why I've got this. And I'm hoping, on paper at least, this is better performance-wise than the dual nVidia GeForce 9800M GTXs are in my XPS M1730. If this can score at least 7.0, 7.1 or 7.2 on the Windows Media Experience Index thingamajig, super. If it scores less than that, that's a bit poop, because it means that my laptop graphics card bests a desktop graphics card, which is a bit disappointing. The XPS M1730's 9800M GTX is still 2 GB, and it's still a GeForce, obviously. But this obviously uses GDDR5 RAM, whereas I think the 9800M uses DDR2, I think. So theoretically, this uses a lot newer, faster memory. I also think this has more CUDA cores in the one core, because it's only a single core, whereas the XPS has a dual core graphics card, which has, I think, 112 CUDA cores per core. So even when it's running in SLI, it sounds like it still has less than this, but only time will tell when I actually come to install this thing. And yeah, it's taken a while to get this. I had to sell some things just to afford this, so I hope it was worth it. I had to sell an Xbox 360 and a stick of 4 GB of RAM. So yeah, I do hope that this was very much worth it in the end. Anyway, let's have a look. I've tried to do some research about this, and oh yeah, look at the back. And for some strange reason, this new camera, or this new phone, it doesn't autofocus unless I tap the screen like this. Boop. Then it autofocuses. I don't know why it doesn't. Well, that's quite bright there. Shit. Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't autofocus, but see, this is the thing I was looking for here. DirectX 12. A lot of the other websites I've seen states that this only accepts up to DirectX 11, but obviously I wanted 12. And so I had to look everywhere just to make sure that, yes, it does do 12, so it does. Get a card. HDMI, not important. I mean, I don't know, I do need a new monitor for the Dell. It doesn't matter if it doesn't have HDMI, I can always use DVI Oh no, actually no, I could use an HDMI out to a DVI in cable. So that might be okay. Or just use... Mainly because the cable on this would be thinner. The cables on DVI and VGA are quite thick. So they're hard to sort of route. So... yeah, other than that, it's Dutch. I can't read... oh, it's France as well. Actual fan sync art and card may vary. Well, I've always had my reservations about these things because they always seem to have like ugly looking heat sinks and heatsink covers. You know, the way it just sort of sticks up from the base of the heatsink. I don't know. I've just always been a bit weird with the heatsink look, even though you can't see it. Oh, I'm gonna have to hang on. I have to set it to focus again. Focus. There we go. Okay. Well. Ooh. Ow. I've got a cut. I've got a cut on my poor thumb, which you still can't see. There we go. Look. Oh god, it won't focus on it. No, focus on the thumb. Focus. It won't. Focus. Focus. I need to get a proper camera. Yeah. Word of warning, people. Don't try to clean scissors with your thumbnail, because you'll end up slicing your thumb on the blades. That was stupid of me. Just use a cloth. But yeah. Oh look, it's split and open still. Anyway. Tap. Let's get this thing. Can I get... oh yeah, you can't get it out, okay. Have to do it. Oh. It also took me a very long time to try and research what graphics cards will still fit in the Dell XPS, the Dell Optiplex, because it's a mini tower, and obviously Dell's motherboard is sort of upside down, inverted, back to front, all that kind of thing, and obviously, and the things just get in the way, so you had to get like a smaller card. Fortunately, however, since I don't have the SSF or anything like that, I don't need these. And there's the other one. So I don't need those, thankfully. That's pretty much it. Come on. How'd you get this thing out? Come on. Come on. Do you have to... like that. There we go. Oh god, still won't come out. Out. Come on. There we go. Anything else? Nope. Put that there. That's the drivers. Pointless. Always get the newest one off of the nVidia's website. This is probably... I don't know how old this is. Is there a copyright date? No, it says Windows 10 on it, so it's less than a year old, I would assume. I don't know what version we're on now, actually, but yeah, don't stick with the disk drivers. They'll be out of date by the time you probably buy them anyway, and nVidia will come out with a new one, so... okay. Yep. Ooh. Where's the... oh. Ow! God, ow, my thumb. There we go. I'll try and get this out now. Okay, there we go. Ooh. Yeah. Well, actually, now that you look, I'm looking at it in person. It doesn't actually look too bad. On the picture, this made it look like it's really tall. It just looked a bit ugly. But yeah, that's not too bad actually. HDMI, VGA, DVI-D. Is it DVI-D? Dual link DVI. I know it's DVI-D. Just there. Yeah. I also had to pick one that would run off the PCI's power, because obviously the power supply in the XBX, Jesus Christ, the power supply in the Optiplex doesn't have individual graphics card sockets. I do plan to upgrade it from to like 450 watt maybe, just to give it a little bit more oomph. It won't do much, but you know, just give it a few more. A little bit more extra additional power kind of thing. I need to tap to focus. Tap to focus. There we go. So, yeah. Yeah, That's not too bad actually. So it's low profile. That should actually it'll fit that way in the case. Hopefully that won't be too long, and that the heatsink shroud won't get in the way. That should easily fit. I also had other reservations as well, because there are two. If you have an Optiplex, you'll know about the two capacitors that sort of sit, like if it's that way, they sort of sit here, so that when you put it in, it might be touching those two capacitors. So you had to try and make sure to get one that wasn't too tall or too fat, because then the two capacitors that sort of sit here, you'd hit it with the heatsink. But yeah, there we go. It's not too bad. So yeah, I just have to hope it's as good as my laptop one, otherwise this will be pretty much pointless. Obviously this is an SLI, whereas my XPS laptops one are, so it's hard to say what will give better performance. I mean, on paper this sounds like it should be better. It has better memory, more CUDA cores per core, even though it only has one core, it's got more. What else was there? I can't actually remember now. Shit. Oh, they're both 2 GB as well, so, and they're both GeForce. I shouldn't be touching these pins actually. That's a bit stupid. Yeah. Well, the only thing left to do really is to install it in my Optiplex, and hopefully, if this is good enough, it will replace. Can I stand that up? No. Yeah, it will replace my laptop as my main computer, because I don't know if anyone else has actually had an XPS M1730 who is watching this, but maybe you'll know just how unreliable they tend to be. Yeah, there's no point. I was going to say I'll make a video on my laptop, but there's no point since it's, you know, it's an XPS. Yeah, it's the best laptop I've used. It's also the most unreliable. It just keeps breaking down, which is this is why I got the Optiplex. I got another Dell, granted, but PCs, they do tend to be a bit more reliable than laptops these days. And anyone who's actually owned an XPS M1730 will know what this is all about. Just to give you a clue, I bought mine in October 2009. It cost me £1,370 or thereabouts, so say 1,400 quid. Everything was working fine in the first year before the warranty ran out, but then 3 days. I'm spitting on the screen. I think it must have literally been like 2 or 3 days after the warranty ran out. Graphics card died, or at least one of the cores did. So rang Dell up, charged me £90 to come and replace it, which, considering it was the low-end 8700M GT, was a reasonable price, I suppose. But yeah, £90 because it was just out of warranty. Yeah, and since then I've had no end of problems. I've actually lost track. I think it's on its 5th or 6th graphics card. It's had two 8700M GTs, two 8800M GTSs, well, they also GTs, and one or two 9800M GTXs. I can't remember how many it's had, and it's on its last, the most recent 9800M now, which surprisingly, after over a year and a half, it's actually still running. So that surprised me, because all the others have died within 6 to 12 months of getting it. So that's odd. So yeah, and this one in particular cost me £150 from Amazon. Unfortunately, you can't find these graphics cards for just anywhere on eBay in the UK. At least the 9800Ms. You might be able to find the cheaper, crappier ones, but maybe not actually, because the old 8800 and the 8700 were the most unreliable ones. I think nVidia got a lot better with their graphics cards once they hit the 9800M, and they actually made it properly and not cheap shit. So probably why this one's lasted a long time. But other than that, everything else has failed and has ultimately been replaced once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. But I shit you not, I've had tons of hard drives, all Western Digital Blacks, which I thought were quite reliable, but they weren't. They were anything but. I remember buying one, I think it lasted for about a year, and all of a sudden it started having bad blocks and sectors and all that kind of thing. So it had a 5-year warranty, which is good, I'll give them that. I never had to RMA a hard drive before, so I sent it off, and I got a new one, I can't remember, 5 to 7 days I think. You know, they received it, sent a new one out. It arrived overnight from somewhere, so that was good. But got it, I think that one lasted a week before bad blocks started to develop. So sent it back, got a replacement. 3 days that one lasted before bad blocks started to appear. 3 days. A fresh, brand new hard drive with a manufacturer date the day before I received it, bad blocks appeared. So that one got RMA'd, and I told them, yeah, I'm not happy with all the shipping out that I'm doing, it's costing me a fortune. So they sent me a prepaid postage label, so they actually paid for the shipping that time round. And at the moment, a year and a half, 2 years later, this particular hard drive is still working. There's no wood to touch, so can't do it. But yeah, other than that, everything's just been replaced on multiple occasions. The base, palm rest, keyboard, screen, lid, bezel, hard drive, graphics card, memory, motherboard, DVD drive, pretty much everything. If you do know what these are like, and you know what's on them, everything except the battery and the wireless card has been replaced. This is not the same laptop I bought several years ago. If I'd have kept all the parts I replaced, I could have actually built this laptop complete once again, except for the battery and the graphics card, because those are still original. But yeah, this whole laptop nearly is completely different to the one I bought in 2009. It's just not the same one. Everything's been replaced except for 2 things, and that's just how unreliable they are. I don't know if it's because I do use it every day. It is literally on every day. I use it for gaming, video editing, video rendering, video recording, and gaming. I always say gaming, and it is a heavy workhorse. I'll give it that. I do push it a lot, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but yeah. £1,400 to buy, £1,200 repairing the parts, or buying parts to. I've nearly bought the whole laptop again, and for that price I could have actually got, like, I don't know, 2 3/4 of a Alienware or something. So yeah. Anyway, this is turned from an unboxing to a bit of a rant. So just stay away from the XPS M1730s if you're thinking about buying them, because they're a bit poo, and mine's developing issues that I can't fix. I'm pretty sure it's now related to hardware. I've eliminated software issues, but yeah, I'm constantly getting, which I haven't had for so long, but now I'm getting the whole the nVidia driver has crashed and restarted problem. That had gone for a long time, but yeah, that's now restarted. Getting crashes, screen blacking out, crashing. The most irritating one at the moment is the stuttering of the audio and the video. It's like when I'm watching a YouTube video or anything that involves music and video, or audio and video, all of a sudden it'll just start to stutter, and the both the audio and the video are affected by it. So, and the mouse. It's like if you're using the mouse, and it'll just start to go, and then it'll start moving again. So it's not an audio issue or a video issue. I don't know. CPU, memory, graphics card, I don't care, because once my laptop, crap. once the PC is working properly, I'm going to try not to use my XPS again, because unless it's a backup machine, like my PC has gone a bit poop, because flashlight cannot be used when battery is something. So a message just appeared on the camera. I need to get a proper camera instead of using my phone. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to stop talking now, because I might not install this until tomorrow, to be honest, because it's not exactly late in the day, but I'm bored, and I'm probably just going to sit down and do something not this. So anyway, this is getting a bit tedious now, so thank you for watching, and I will return with a video installing this, checking its Windows Experience Index to see how well it goes. I will be running benchmarks on it. I do have 3D Mark something, which I've installed on the PC and my laptop. I'm thinking of running the benchmarks side by side to see which one performs best. I was going to do a boot up test, but there's a bit of a strange problem, which I explained, with the PC, which I will mention when I do the installation of that, and if anyone has any thoughts as to why it happens. So I can't even do a proper boot up speed test at the moment because of the weird boot problem. Anyway, yeah, this video has gone on long enough, like 22 minutes now, so yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll return with this inside the PC over there. So, bye.